Hi guys, it's Kate and it's VEDA day 20 or 20, and I never know which one I do year to year, so you're getting both this year. And today we are talking about what we think is the best invention to date that exists right now. And I'm torn because I want to say yes, there are a lot of inventions that affect me personally that I appreciate, a lot of living situation, like appliances, air conditioning, indoor plumbing, all these things. I just thought once I thought of one, I kept thinking of others. I'm like, oh, it actually is nice to have a refrigerator. Maybe that's the best invention. I'm like, but you know what? It's also really cool that we have air conditioning. It's also really cool that we have indoor plumbing so that we don't have to go to an outhouse anymore or whatever all the other old ways were dealing with waste. And I know I could go on and on and on because those are all pretty good, and I acknowledge that, if I lived in a time period without these things, I would probably be really upset. But the first thing that came to my mind with this was the internet / computers. I don't know if I can group that together because I know they are two very different things, but I think it's internet because it allows people to access more information and more communities outside of where they are physically. So I mean that in a lot of ways. If you're a part of a minority group, if you're gay and you live somewhere where there are no gay people, or at least there's nobody who's out, and you're able to go on the internet and make friends who are in similar situations to you, that is awesome. Or if you need a support group but there isn't one near you, or there is one near you and you don't like it and the people aren't the greatest, you can always find a community or support group that you're going to click with and that makes the most sense to you. And then just all the information that's out there. I found forums for everything. I used to be on a forum for taking care of my hamster, and I used to be on a forum for my IBS when it was really bad, and there were people in all countries who were dealing with all kinds of things. And it's a plethora of information and community and people. And I know that sometimes that can bring out the worst in people, but I also think it's very supportive, and it's vital to people to have access to opinions and information that aren't necessarily similar to theirs. I feel like it gives people perspective, or the good people who take the perspective, who don't just get on there and troll people and bash people. It kind of gives you the ability to see other parts of the world without having to travel, because travel isn't necessarily feasible for everybody. So I don't know, I just think the internet is pretty amazing. Even with all its downfalls, it's kind of awesome. And I know I'm biased because I spend a lot of my time on the internet and making communities on the internet, or participating in communities. I don't make communities. Yeah, that's my answer. So I don't know, that's kind of a weird, boring answer. I know it's I don't know, that's my answer. I'm not gonna apologize for it, I guess. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and I love your faces. Bye guys.